bbc.com/news. Follow the latest from the US election with BBC News.
This is BBC World News. I'm Babita Sharma. Our top story, a direct rebuttal from US officials of President Trump's claims of election fraud. They backed the integrity of Joe Biden's victory, describing it as the most secure election in American history. Barack Obama accuses senior Republicans of undermining democracy. Top of the president-elect's in-tray is how to deal with the pandemic. He has already set up his own task force of experts even to look at how. We'll be talking to one of them.
It is one more step in delegitimizing not just the incoming Biden administration, but democracy generally.
Fleeing conflict in Ethiopia, now the UN calls for an investigation into potential war crimes after reports of the massacre in the northern Tigray region. And Aung San Suu Kyi is still as popular as ever in Myanmar, with her party winning an overwhelming victory in the country's general election. 5 years on, 130 people killed in coordinated Islamist attacks in Paris are remembered. Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. US officials have said this presidential election was the most secure in American history, rejecting Donald Trump's repeated claims of fraud. Here's what the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency said in its statement. Right now, across the country, election officials are reviewing and double-checking the entire election process prior to finalizing the results. Then it went on to say, in bold, there is no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised. It ends by saying, we can assure you we have the utmost confidence in the security and integrity of our elections, and you should too. When you have questions, turn to election officials as trusted voices. Well, that was an attempt to draw a line under those theories of fraud and conspiracy, but it comes as China has sent its congratulations to the man it now calls President-elect Joe Biden. Speaking on 60 Minutes in the US, Barack Obama has spoken, saying that Donald Trump is putting America on a dangerous path.
They appear to be motivated in part because the president doesn't like to lose and never admits loss. I'm more troubled by the fact that other Republican officials who clearly know better are going along with this, are humoring him in this fashion. It is one more step in delegitimizing not just the incoming Biden administration, but democracy generally. And that's a dangerous path.
That's Barack Obama speaking to an American news network there. Well, the BBC is now projecting that Joe Biden has won the state of Arizona, increasing his already decisive lead over Donald Trump. Mr. Biden is leading by more than 20,000 votes with only a few left to count. It is the first time Arizona has been won by a Democratic candidate since 1996, when Bill Clinton figured on his way to a second term in office. It means that Joe Biden now has 290 electoral college votes compared to Mr. Trump's 217. Of course, that magic number to win, 270. Let's cross live to Washington and speak to Will Grant, who's there for us. Hi, Will. So we have another unit of people coming in to say that this election result is fair.
Yeah, and I think it's the language, Babita, that stands out the most, isn't it? They said that there was no evidence of any electoral fraud, that the American people could have what they call the utmost confidence in the vote itself. And they said that despite the wide opportunity for misinformation, they'd seen nothing to back up the suggestions of electoral wrongdoing, all of which I think...
Hello, Mark. Can you hear me, Mark? Hello? Well, probably you cannot hear me. Just say me something. Okay. So when you're ready, you will talk.
Kind of even corners President Trump's claims, unsubstantiated claims of electoral fraud, of misdoings in the vote even further. It makes it very, very difficult for him to continue to bang that drum, I think. No doubt he will continue to do states where the vote has been very, very close, and of course there's recounts in a few of them, but he is looking...
I'm trying to answer the messages, so that is why...
Well, I was connecting my microphone.
That's all right, I can hear you fine. So how are you?
Well, I got a bit ill. I had a temperature and I have cough and yes, and I have cough, temperature and cough, but I'm sure that it's not coronavirus because I can smell and I can taste.
Well, I'm not very sure. Yeah, so you...
Well, yes, my coronavirus test is negative.
So did you take the test?
Yes, of course, and it's negative, and I'm really happy about that because all my parents, and me as well, we were suffering about what's that? Is it just I caught cold or it's coronavirus? But fortunately, it's not.
Very good. What kind of test was that? Do you know the name?
No, I don't know the name for sure. It was just a test for coronavirus, and it was negative.
Okay, somebody is trying to enter the room. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you will start talking with this young lady. Okay, hello, Kate.
Hello.
We have Mark right now here, and if you don't mind, because I will have to answer to the messages, people are been sending me messages. So please talk to each other, introduce each other, just meet each other, greet each other, tell each other the names, where you're from, what you've been doing, and so on. Just talk to each other, please, because I will be answering. Sorry about that.
Well, hey, Kate. Have you been here before, actually? Because personally, I don't remember you here.
Can I repeat this?
Well, my question is, have you ever been here before? Because personally, I don't remember you.
Okay. It is my first time. Try to improve my English. I want to improve my English. Yeah. And that's all.
Well, good. So let me introduce myself. My name is Mark. I'm 14 years old and I'm from Perm. I study English actively, and now I have been studying it for 7 years. What about you?
Okay. My name is Kate. I'm from Krasnoyarsk.
Krasnoyarsk.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm 17 years old. and I studied English for 10 years. But the last year, when I was at 8th grade, I didn't learn English as good as I can, because I haven't got good teachers, and I can't find this language interesting. But now I study in another English school, and my teacher is the best one, I think, and I loved her. I'm a little bit scared because it is very strange.
No worries at all. No, it's absolutely not a problem. See, we are relaxed. We are very comfortable people. Just no worries.
Okay.
Your English is fantastic. So, Mark, what would you say?
Well, I'm glad to see someone here, because the thing is that most lessons with Vladimir, we have been just two in conference, and just me and Vladimir, and it's good to see someone here. So let's work together.
Yeah, and I have got a question. Why no one comes to this Zoom conference?
All right, Mark, you want to answer? Yeah, we just answer first, and I will add a little bit.
Well, I can suggest why. Oh, I can guess why. So maybe someone does not have time, but I think that the thing is, on the quarantine period, a lot of people tried to rate this conference, and maybe that action which were made by them just made another people not to come here.
Okay, and
so maybe that's the reason.
Yeah, I will add. I think that Mark absolutely correct. So what actually happened when this pandemic started? It was around let's say February or the beginning of March. We've been attacked like 20, 50 people. I would say hoodlums, like punks. They were just swearing, curse words, any kind of porno videos, and very bad sounds. So I almost could do nothing, and that was not my problem. That was the problem of Zoom, because they were not ready, and they admitted later that they didn't prepare for that correctly. So after that, I have to change the password almost every class, and so that means that if I do not change the password, then the next class again these punks will appear, and Mark knows that. So then what else? From the other side, many people just as I started the conversation with you, Kate, when we were texting to each other, I was just asking how much English you know, and how do you know that you have the B2 level? Because many people on the internet, they just pretend that they have this B2 level. They do not have a good English to talk, to have a conversation, and so that's why. What's the use? I'm. Yeah, I'm sorry to say about that, but right now I'm, like you said, quarantined. But the English word is I'm on lockdown. or the Russian word, another word is I'm on isolation. Why? Because I'm more than 65 years old, and you know that people who are 65 and more, they are not allowed to go outside in the streets and everywhere in Russia. So as I said, that in my age, to see all of these young boys trying to show off, to impress me with some curse words, you know, it's not for me. I'm very happy that you're here, and we will try and make a conversation with you. And that's the point why we do not allow other people to come into the class. So, did we answer the question?
No, you are. Okay, you did.
Okay, yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
If you have any other questions, you just feel free to ask.
I think I haven't got any questions.
All right,
Let's
very
discuss.
good. And again, Kate, I have a couple of questions to you. So you said that you've got a very good teacher. So what do you mean? So what's different about this person that makes him so good? And believe me that your abilities to talk is pretty good. So how did he, or how did she, this teacher, how did she manage to, you know, to teach you so well?
Okay, firstly, she's strict, and I find it very good, because strict teacher, he can help you with your studying English, with your learning, and she, I don't know, she's strict, and I don't know how to say it in English.
That's okay.
Okay.
So, okay, let me just help you a little bit. Do you talk in English when you have classes?
Yes, only in English. But in my another school, English school, we talk in English too. And the one of the year, when I was at 8th grade, we have got teacher who is from USA.
Yeah, I hear from your accent. You have some American accent, yeah.
Yeah, but he teached us for 1 year only.
Wow. That's
And
more than enough. Okay, that explains. Good.
He's very funny person, but he go to their another school, and we have got Russian. We had got Russian teacher, and she's not interesting. She okay, lessons with she were bored. We only doing homework.
Okay.
And
I understand. Yeah,
I can't find it very. I can't find it interesting. I want to talk because I like talking in English.
Sure. So, and another question is about the textbook. What kind of a textbook or course book do you study?
Okay, now I have been studying Gateway, second edition, B2 level, B2 level. Sorry.
I know. Yeah, I know the book. The book is good. Yeah. Gateway. So you mean that this is the book which you study with your private teacher, right? With your tutor?
Yes.
And how about the book which you study at school? Is it Spotlight or Starlight?
Yeah, it is Spotlight 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand. All right. Very good. Excellent. So we have several options for today, and I think that if you prefer talking, so that's we can talk. And Mark, please join us. Do not forget that we have only 40 minutes, beginning with 7, because this is a free of charge class, and Zoom allows only 40 minutes without payment. Okay, so let me just show you something. Okay. So have a look at this stuff. Does it ring a bell to you? Does it sound familiar to you? Huh? What do you think?
This on demonstration?
Yeah, you will see it over again.
Okay, about coronavirus in
Vladimir,
America. Yeah.
sorry for interrupting you, Kate, but Vladimir, have you heard that United States government agreed to recount votes?
Well, that's a very long story. Does it matter? Because
For me, yes.
I don't know. Well, right now, it's, if you ask my opinion, okay, let's ask Kate. Kate, what do you think about this election in the United States of America and this situation with Mr. President Trump and the new elect President Joe Biden? What do you think of it?
Okay, I think that Trump is really good president. It's my opinion, because I'm a little bit conservative. Yeah, conservative.
Conservative.
Can you repeat, please?
Conservative.
Conservative. Okay, thank you. That this situation is, I think, it's not good because it's like it's like a situation in Russia that I don't think that for all these people, which all people in Russian give their voice to Vladimir Vladimirovich, and I think that Joe Biden is the same one, like situation. Okay.
Sorry.
English is very, very hard to me because I studied talk about only school and not about politics.
Yes, that's correct. So we usually do not talk politics at all, and you have to understand that. That's very understandable. So people keep on writing, and so that's why I have to answer.
Vladimir, have you heard one joke that Vladimir Vladimirovich elect him by himself?
Oh my goodness. Do you think that if you speak English, nobody understands what you're talking about? What is going on?
No, it's just a kind of joke. It was in Russian, but I just translated it to English.
Yeah, I'm answering. Sorry.
It's funny because
Well,
it's true.
But you know, guys, usually I record our sessions, like I record our classes, and then I upload them to my web page on YouTube. So, and YouTube usually asks you if those videos are intended for kids or not. So right now, it's not possible to say that this video is intended for kids. Sorry about that. And that means that probably I will not upload this video. But anyway, yeah, I understand. Okay, so that's the question. Can you see this presentation?
Yes.
So does it ring a bell? Do you understand what's going on there? I can make the sound video.
Uzumaki was taken to a remote location for Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, to preserve Kushina's seal containing the Nine Tails while giving birth to Naruto. However, Toby tracked their location and attacked, forcing Minato to bring Naruto to a safe place. With no protection, Toby released the Nine Tails from Kushina and used it to destroy Konoha, stopping.
Okay, I'm answering and you just say.
Is it kind of anime?
Yeah, but do you know the name? And
no.
Kate, how about you?
The name of this anime? Yeah, or not?
Okay.
Naruto?
Yes, the English accent should be on the first syllable, like Naruto, but that's okay. I was just checking. So it's just for the sake of conversation. I was just wondering because it's very popular with very young students. I mean, like age 8, 9, 10 years old. That's their favorites. And so I was just thinking, what would you guys say? It's not that popular with you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So then the next thing which I wanted to say to you is, of course, you know Verbitskaya, Maria Valerievna, correct? You know her, right? No?
No.
No.
So that's the author of the Russian national exam. So every book, and Kate, are you getting prepared for the Russian national exam?
Oh, yes.
So that is why that's very important for you. So please, this is for you. That's an hour and 22 minutes. I just encourage you to watch it. Lots and lots of very necessary information for you. So she is, this lady is the author of, and you see that's VP in here, and this is from Rosobernadzor. That's Rosobernadzor. You can understand. She's the author, and she's been doing this job. Let me see, beginning with the year 2000. So it's more than 20 years now. And she is a professor. She works for the Moscow State University, and so on and so forth. So please watch, and you will be very happy. It's very necessary information. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's, you know, that's our job. We have to do that. Okay. Another question is about what holidays do we celebrate? I mean, English, British, American holidays in November. Just let's talk a little bit about that.
Which one we celebrate here?
Yeah, and not one. We have,
okay.
We have at the very least 2 very important holidays.
In November?
Yes. You're supposed to know that because this is very, very important. Mark, how about you? Have you any idea about that? Okay, let me help you. So first of all, it's November the 5th, which is I will just give you the very short poem, which everybody knows in Great Britain and in America. Okay.
Fog sky, yeah.
Yeah, but absolutely. It's November 5th, and it is called Remember, Remember, the 5th of November.
I
Gunpowder,
heard it.
yeah. Gunpowder, treason, and plot. I see no reason that gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. I will not talk a lot about that, but I just encourage you to reread again, because definitely something about that will be during your exam. Mark, have you heard about Guy Fawkes Day? Anything? Mark, are you with us? Hello, Mark. Okay, something is going on with him. Okay, I don't know. So that's about Guy Fawkes Day, and then another thing is Thanksgiving.
Yes. Hey.
Yeah.
My microphone crashed. I don't know why. Yes, I heard your question. I know about this day because it's really popular, and I even know the history of that day. So yes.
Okay, very good. Just keep in mind. Usually, you know, it's the end of the story will be. I will just show a little bit to you. Just the very end of the story, so that you will, and you see that that's how it.
So we make a guy and we burn him on the bonfire.
So that's usually how it finishes. They burn the guy. They burn Guy Fawkes. And what is Guy Fawkes? This is Guy Fawkes.
It's November the 5th, and we're building a bonfire to commemorate the gunpowder plot. We've got fireworks. They'll be safer in here.
So right now you see they're moving this dummy along the street.
On bonfire night, 10 people make a bonfire in the back
And
garden.
they ask a penny for the guy. That's in a nutshell the whole story of Guy Fawkes Day. And again, please reread this story, because it will definitely will be necessary for you. So another holiday is Thanksgiving. Do you know something about Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I know that at this day.
Yeah, let's listen.
And yeah, Kate, go on.
Okay, thank you. That at this, I know only that at this day, American people, they are thanks given for, oh my God, not a bird. And I can't
Mark,
remember.
Yeah, Mark will help you. Mark, what kind
Well, all I wanted to say that I heard about this day, but truly I don't know the details of it. Unfortunately.
That's very easy, Kate. I will help you. The name of the bird is the name of a big country, and I think that you've been to this country.
Oh.
The same name. It's just the country on the Black Sea coast.
Can you repeat, please? I can't.
That's the name of the country which is situated or located on the Black Sea coast. And I think that you've been there during summer. Many Russians, they just enjoy going there in summer.
Turkey.
Yeah, sure, that's the name of the bird, Turkey. Mark.
And Turkish. It's indica, yeah?
Turkey. It's what you're saying. A bird is a turkey. The
Oh
same
my
like
God.
the name of the country. Yeah, the same. Yeah. Okay, go
Mhm.
ahead.
And that it is the first national holiday from North America. That Turkey, the birds, they saved these mans who came to the America because America is not not like the new America. And the no, sorry,
That's okay.
they these birds they didn't help. But oh my God, the mans who lived in America, they showed European people their culture, and that these European people, they made okay, they made Turkey, not made, cooked, okay, and give to their these men who lived in America the first.
Yeah. So the people you are talking about in America, these are American Indians.
Indians, yeah.
Yeah, American Indians, and the European people who came, they were called pilgrims, the first pilgrims. But that's okay. That's not a problem. The problem is that this started much earlier, and that's a very long story. And I encourage you to read this story. Have you ever heard about King Henry VIII of the United Kingdom? King Henry VIII. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Mark, how about you? Have you heard?
I did.
Okay.
Well, first time I heard about him when I was in the third form at the English lesson, when our teacher said that, well, soon we will start to learn more deeply the English history, and there was a king like Henry VIII who have about 10 wives. That's the thing I remembered him.
Well, actually, that's too much. What you're saying, it's a little bit too much. It's not 10 wives, but it's close, but not 10. Well, Kate, you haven't heard this story about the king who who had many wives?
No, I've heard it. Like, I have read it in Yandex Zen, and that's all.
All right, so I encourage you to read this. That's an absolutely fantastic story. King Henry VIII and his six wives. So what actually happened? Do not think that King Henry VIII was just a bad guy. No, that's not the problem. Because with the first wife, her name was Catherine of Aragon, Henry VIII lived for 20 years. With the first wife, he lived for 20 years. So, yes, so he was a very good guy. But still, he didn't want to live with her anymore. So the question to you, why? What do you think?
maybe she's she was dead.
No, she didn't die. She died later, but not when he separated from her.
Okay, maybe she was not interesting for him anymore.
Not at that time. Yeah, that at that time it was around the 15th century. 15th century. I don't think. Yeah, but maybe you're right, Mark. What do you think? Just that's a very easy question. Why would a man not like women in marriage? That's very easy to answer. What didn't she give to Henry?
Ah, children.
Yeah, and what kind of children?
Boys.
Yes, exactly. So that was the problem. She gave him,
okay.
yes, she gave him a girl, and her name, the name of this girl was also absolutely popular. I will just give you this name and you will immediately know what I'm talking about.
Elizabeth?
Yes. The name of this of his first daughter is Mary, but it's not only that. Her name is Bloody Mary.
Ah, really?
Yes. So as I said, that's the story of Thanksgiving. That's absolutely fantastic story. So now you know that Catherine of Aragon gave Henry VIII gave him only a daughter and didn't give him a boy. So the king wanted a divorce. So was it possible for him to be divorced? What do you think?
Divorce, it's
divorce, it's just when your mom and dad do not want to live together, they go to the court and they ask to separate them legally.
Okay. Can you please repeat me a question?
Yeah, so was it possible for King Henry VIII to be divorced at that time?
I think no, because the church, it can't.
Yeah, he was the king of the country. Who should he have asked about the divorce? What do you think? Like you said, he had to ask the church, but who is the head, who was and who is the head of the church?
Papa Rimsky?
Yeah, the Pope of Rome. The problem was that Catherine of Aragon was the niece. You understand the word niece?
No.
Okay.
Can you explain me, please?
Okay. Do you have an aunt? Do you have an aunt?
Yeah, I have got.
You have an aunt, right? So what is your aunt's name?
Aunts, it's a woman.
Yes.
Woman.
Yes.
Woman. Okay.
What is her name?
Tanya.
Yeah. So Aunt Tanya is your aunt, but you are her niece.
Okay.
You are her niece. Catherine of Aragon was the niece of Pope of Rome. And so that was why Henry VIII couldn't receive the divorce from the uncle of his wife. So what he did, do you know what he did?
Maybe he gives her for his second wife.
No, see, he had to be divorced, and
Okay.
the Pope of Rome didn't allow him, didn't permit him, forbade him, banned him from divorce. So King Henry VIII decided that he will stop the Catholic Church in England, and he will start his own church, which he will name as Anglican Church, and he, the King Henry VIII, will become the head of this Anglican Church. And after that, he divorced himself.
Okay.
But this is not all. So after that, he married 5 times. But that's not the problem. The problem is that after that, why Mary became bloody? Because she didn't support her father. When her father died, she started to kill all of the followers of Anglican Church of her father. That was why she was called Bloody Mary.
Okay, it's interesting.
But
Really?
the second wife, I think that you know her name. Her name is Anne Boleyn. Have you heard this name? No? In Russian, it's Anna Boleyn. Anne Boleyn. No, you haven't heard it?
No.
Yeah, that's another great story. And so I will just tell, because we do not have a lot of time. The end of the story is that people who were killed, lots of people, because they followed this Anglican Church, they become to be Puritans, and these Puritans, they left Great Britain and they went to the United States of America, and they started the new country. So that's just, you see, only one step which King Henry VIII did just change the whole history of the world. And that is why we celebrate this Thanksgiving. So, but going to Anne Boleyn, Anne Boleyn was a very young woman, and King Henry VIII was an old guy. That's understandable. So what happened?
She didn't give him a boy.
No, she didn't. She gave him a girl again, and this girl was again extremely popular. That was Queen Elizabeth I. And that's another story. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth I. That's another story.